Hey Google, play Morning Chill.
Sure, here's a Spotify playlist called This Is Morning Chill Out Playlist.
Ding ding. Sit, good girl. Come here. Sit. Shake. Good girl. Okay, into bed. Down. Alright, go! But first, coffee.
Hi, what can I get you?
Can I just get a medium ice long black with a quarter oat milk and just a pump of the vanilla syrup, please?
Is that everything for today?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, John, thanks.
Cheers. It's too early for this. Good morning, guys. It is very early still. It is 6:45 a.m. in the morning. I just did the stupidest thing. So all of last year, I was going to the gym at 6:30 and I've changed it to 5:30. But because I go to the gym at 5:30, my Starbucks isn't open. So muscle memory, I keep driving to this unopened Starbucks, getting there, realizing it's closed, and then having to drive away. So I just decided to go to McDonald's, get an ice long, you heard my order. It's quite similar to a Starbucks if you get just the one pump of syrup. But yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a hot minute. We've had a few changes going on behind the scenes. I've got a new editor and I'm so excited to work with this company. I guess it just means there's so much more consistent videos going to be coming to my channel. Lots of shorts, so check those out as well if you want to see them. Things for me really needed to change in this year compared to last year. And I'll get into that towards the end of the video. But for now, let's get back into my morning routine because there's still more to do. Just got home and my dog Hazel has just ripped apart the dry flowers that were next to the TV. Have a look. We're just gonna clean that up and then get on with the day. Woohoo! You are so naughty. Hazel, you're so naughty. You're a naughty dog. Getting ready. I'm just gonna do some quick makeup. I find when I make myself, I work from home and I bet a lot of you work from home or some days work from home from your computer, and I find that my productivity levels are so much higher when I get ready in the morning, even if I'm not necessarily going to a meeting or leaving the house. If I get ready each morning, I find that I'm so much more productive than if I stay in my gym clothes. So that's something that I'm really trying to do with my morning routine this year. I have ordered one of those Amazon headbands that you put on when you do your skincare and makeup. I've ordered that, but it hasn't come yet. And I think I might have ordered it from American Amazon and not Australia because it's taking frickin' forever to come. Also, the diary that you saw me writing in isn't my, it's not gonna be my diary for the year. I have ordered a day planner on Amazon as well. I think it was on Amazon, and that also hasn't come. So maybe I've just been scammed and I'm gonna be like waiting forever for these things to come, but I don't know. I'm hoping that they do come, but I guess we'll see, because she needs to be organized in 2023. That's one thing that we need to be doing. Got no veggies to go with this morning's breakfast, so I just thought I'm just gonna eat a capsicum. Why not? Hello, can you move over? You're in my spot. All right, guys, I'm just gonna get into the talking part of today's video and tell you guys as soon as my dog calms down. Are you okay? Are you okay? I think she's got the zoomies. All right, let's get into why things need to change in 2023. So I guess I'll tell you like a little bit of how I felt during 2022. Not what went wrong, but what was like what I don't want to bring in to 2023, I guess. So I feel like reflecting back, a lot changed. Like I started full-time content creating in 2022. I quit my full-time accounting job. I graduated uni. I stopped coaching. So like my entire career pretty much changed. And if anyone owns a business or is self-employed, they'll know the feeling of like going from like a really structured 9-to-5 job that you have like a team and like a boss to going to like being self-employed. Everything that you do is because of you and your own self-motivation and your own organization. So it's not to say that I didn't like work. I just think my structure was really like difficult, like even mentally, like really difficult to be like by myself a lot of the year, working alone, working from home. Kind of felt like I was like always working, if that makes sense. So like I didn't have like a start and a finish time. I would like have breaks or do stuff whenever I wanted and then have to make up for that time somewhere else, whether that be where like when Tim comes home and we're like making dinner or watching TV, I'm like still continuously working, and it just felt like that never stopped. And with the nature of my job, like obviously I have to take stories and do stuff like around when I have free time, but I needed to have more boundaries in place, and I think that's why last year was just a little bit shit. And another big thing, I feel like I was doing a lot that didn't make me feel good, but I wasn't really acknowledging that I didn't feel good. So for example, like getting drunk. I'm not an alcoholic by any means, but like having drinks in excess is all I would do. So I would never have a drink throughout the week, but if I had like a party or an event on or something that like I was going to drink with my friends, I would drink to excess, like drink till I was like quite drunk, like not blackout drunk, but like drunk enough to feel really shit the next day. And that would just, I get really bad hangovers, right? So that would last for like 2 to 3 days and I would just feel terrible. And that's like a big chunk out of your week. And when you have things on like every second or third weekend, it's just like, why am I living my life to feel shit? To feel good like one night and then feel shit for like half the week, if that makes sense. And it's not to say that I'm not gonna go out and have fun with my friends. I'm still gonna enjoy like 1 or 2 drinks, but I'm not gonna drink to excess. I guess like the saying is, right, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And like, I'm probably gonna butcher this quote, but it's like insanity to believe that if you continue to do the same thing, you're gonna make any changes. And I really want to make changes and want to grow in this next year. And I know if I continue to do the things that were holding me back last year, that's not gonna happen. So I need to make the changes. And that kind of leads on to like the boundaries that I'm setting. So that's the second thing I'm implementing this year. it's boundaries. So making sure I have a start and a finish time each day, and also making sure like I'm not going on my phone like as soon as I wake up and doing stuff, like I'm having a break, I'm letting my mind wake up, I'm not getting that crazy dopamine blue light hit first thing in the morning, like I'm waking up, I'm looking at the sun. Just boundaries to set in place so I'm feeling better. Another boundary that I'm setting as well is like training when I'm feeling good. So obviously not making myself train when I like have my period or I don't feel right or I don't feel well, and not feeling guilty for not training, if that makes sense. So there's some of the boundaries that I'm setting for the year. So I'm gonna go into the things that I'm changing. And if you guys wanna take any of this away and maybe implement them into your year, that would be amazing. And hopefully we'll both have an amazing 2023. But let's get into it. Things I'm changing, number one, the little things. So I feel like everyone wants big things to happen, but it's like the little things that you do every single day that like accumulate to the big things, right? So like the little habits and the routines that you have in your day-to-day life is really what makes up your entire life, if that makes sense. So kind of the way that I'm working it, and to fix 2022, I'm making my days more structured. I still had like habits and routines that I did in 2022, but I'm just being more conscious. I'm making my word law. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna structure that into my day. And then I'm gonna make sure that the little voice in my head is turned off. Or it's not gonna be turned off, but I'm not gonna listen to it. Like the voice that says, oh, you can snooze that alarm, you don't need to do that, like it doesn't matter. No, I'm going to make my word law and do what I say and make routines that I'm gonna stick to. So I'll give you a brief rundown of my routines and what I'm doing. Obviously you guys just saw my morning routine. So that is my Monday to Friday morning routine. I'm gonna try and do that as well as I can. I also want to make sure I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. So sometimes if 4:50 a.m. wake up doesn't work, I will adjust it slightly. Like if I have an event or like a show or something, like an influencer event or something on the night before, I will adjust that because sleep is very important. So I'm going to make sure to do my morning routine each day. And because of the nature of my job, and maybe some of you guys are also like shift workers, right? Where each day is not the same, every day is different, and it's really hard to get a routine for one day. I'm similar because no day is the same really in the life of a content creator. I've got a calendar and it's got like my posting schedule, so that's never gonna change. But each day of a morning, and you guys would have seen it in my morning routine, I'm gonna spend 15 minutes planning out the day ahead. And then each Sunday night or Monday morning, depending if I'm somewhere on Sunday night, I'm gonna plan out my entire week. And then every day I'm gonna adjust it. Does that make sense? So Sunday night, Monday morning, I'm gonna plan out my entire week, like a general overview of what I need to do. And then each morning I'm gonna take 15 minutes and really nail down what I have to do. And then if I need to, if it's a very busy day, then I'll put it into like time slots. And that will just keep me on track for what I need to do. So I can have a finished time. I can have that like family time away from my phone, away from technology, and away from work. The third thing is identifying what makes me feel bad and not doing it. So like, as I talked about before, not getting drunk because it actually makes me feel terrible, even though it makes me feel good in those like few hours or however long that I'm like out with my friends, I can still have like just as much fun not drinking and not have to feel terrible for the rest of the week. So that's one of the things. Another thing that I'm doing, and maybe if you watch my channel, you can probably notice, fake nails. Look how short these babies are. Look at this one. I'm trying the Builder nails, the B-Arb. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But the fake nails, it's not that I didn't like having them. They only really look good for a certain amount of time until they start looking a little bit like dirty, especially when I'm cooking a lot. Like I get so much food, it's so disgusting. I get so much food stuck under them. But I also just like hate the process of going and getting my nails done and sitting there. I'm not a fan. So no fake nails. Another thing, as you can also probably notice, she's white, she's pale. I'm not fake tanning the whole year. Like that's a bit unrealistic for me because I'm like almost anorexic. Well, I was almost anorexic. I would tan every single week. And I just think that my skin needs to like breathe. Also, tanning's just too much of an effort. And I'm just gonna try and like embrace my white skin. I'm gonna fake tan sometimes, but not every week. And I'm gonna like buy more clothes that suit like my paler skin and be more natural, I guess. And the last thing, and I think this is like the most important thing of the list, or maybe not the most important, but it's something that I know is gonna make me happy, and like ultimately that's the goal, right? To have like a really fun year, and it's to make more time for fun stuff. So it's not just like focusing on work that I've got like, and I don't want to say scheduled in, but I make sure I have like the time to do like fun and adventurous stuff. Because I feel like last year, apart from like the events and stuff that I had on that were planned, it didn't really leave enough time, and like my working schedule, it didn't really leave enough time for me and Tim to like go on like fun and adventurous dates with each other. Like I want to do more of that. Like I want to like book a random like night away at the coast, or like drive up to like a random like hiking trail, and just do like lots of more like spontaneous and fun stuff. I want to travel a bit more this year, and I actually have like a little thing that I'm gonna do, and I highly recommend it. I've done it a few weekends in a row with Tim, and it's just so much fun. We're both we're Sagittarius, maybe that's a thing, but we're both super indecisive when it comes to like deciding to do something, and then there's just like so many options, and then we end up just staying home, right? So we got like a date jar, and it's a jar, and we both wrote like different things, like different activities and dates that we can do on a sticky note, and we scrunched it up, we put it into the jar, and then each Friday we pick one out, and then that weekend we have like a date that we have to do, or a date that's planned. And we've like kind of color coded it so there's free stuff that we can do, and then also stuff that costs money in case we, you know, feel like being a little bit budget friendly one weekend. But it just like, I don't know, it's a bit of fun, and I feel like that's really what life's about, right? Having a bit of fun, not always being super serious, and just being a bit silly. So they are the things that are coming in for 2023, and the things that I'm wanting to change. I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to subscribe and comment below anything that you're changing for 2023. I'd love to hear about it. So yeah, let's get into 2023 YouTube videos. We're gonna be consistent on this platform. I'm saying it, I'm claiming it, we're doing it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.